I can't believe I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's get started. Today's video is going to be about exploring some different methods for portable coffee. So as we're approaching the 4th of July holidays here in the United States, a lot of people are getting out and about and planning trips to go hiking, camping, fishing, whatever, staying places where there's not easily accessible coffee equipment. And so I've got 3 different options from 3 different companies and 3 different methods on the table in front of me for ways that you could make coffee in a more portable setting. So the first one is pretty intriguing. It is a coffee that my wife actually brought back from a previous trip. It was at an Airbnb that she was staying at, and it appears to be more of like a pour over style based on the instructions on the back here. The packaging itself leaves a little bit to be desired and really makes me nervous to drink this, and I'll explain here in a second why. So the company that made this is called Alki Beach Cafe, and this is their Seattle blend, and the big caption here reads Cafe de Coffee, and it is advertised as a premium drip coffee. We've got a kettle heating up here, and we're gonna give this coffee a try. So we're gonna get started with the Cafe de Coffee from Alki Beach Cafe. So we're gonna go ahead and open this coffee up. All right, and it looks like it's kind of a tea bag style with some flaps here. Okay. I'm going to spread that out over top. All right, so let's see, tear the top. Okay, that tore pretty easily. Oh, wow, okay. Huh. So it is very coarsely ground. So it didn't give me specific instructions on pouring. The other 2 were 8 ounces. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 8 ounces for this one as well, just to keep everything consistent. As a pour over design, I actually like the little tabs with the bag. I think that it feels like a good coffee experience. The execution is a little wanting though. First of all, like I said, the grounds were super coarse. The bag sits really low in the cup, and I'm using like a paper cup. So within a mug, it would sit even lower, and it's actually making contact with the 8 ounces of liquid in the bottom. So it's not even like pour through. There's some immersion that's happening there that's, I don't know, for better or worse. And then the mouth of the bag itself is really narrow, so it was kind of hard to get a good swirling pour going from the kettle. Overall, I think I like the concept. But I think it could be done a little bit better. Yep, that's not very good. Yep, that's kind of what I expected. Super thin, super dark. I think it's frustratingly close. I mean, I didn't have high hopes for this one, right? I mean, It's a very inexpensive product. It goes back to what I mentioned in my initial reaction, is that if the grounds would have been a little bit finer, and if the roast had been a little bit lighter, I think it would have been a passable product. But as it is, it's like a tea that's super bitter. And I just don't know who that appeals to. So I'm going with like a B on product design and like an F on execution. The second coffee that we have to try today is from Steeped Coffee. This is their California blend, and it's a medium roast. This one's actually advertised as specialty coffee, which is pretty interesting, and it looks to be more like a tea bag. So you set the bag in a mug, pour some hot water over it, dunk it a few times, and then let it steep, and then you should be good to go. Next up is Steeped Coffee. Their California blend. Alright, so we'll tear this one open. And as expected, it is more like a tea bag. But man, I can already tell it is a lot lighter than the last one that we tried. It's a lot more aromatic. So I'm just going to set the steeped bag in the cup, and it does specifically say to pour in 8 ounces of water and dunk the bag for 15 to 30 seconds. And then we wait 5 minutes for it to steep. So it's been 5 minutes, and we're gonna go ahead and give this steeped coffee a try. Here we go. Okay, so that's actually a pretty reasonable cup of coffee. I wouldn't put it next to like my high-end specialty coffee with like a Chemex or a V60 or something like that. I mean, it's just a different category. But in terms of portability, I think that's a passable cup of specialty coffee. There's some tasting notes in there that I'm getting out. I mean, it's heavy on the chocolate. I'm getting a little bit of like a berry sweetness, a little bit of acidity on the front end too. I'm not a big fan of the tea bag style, so to be perfectly honest, I actually think that the way the first one was set up with like the more pour over style sitting on top of the mug, I like that better than steeping that tea bag. I was a little bit afraid as I was steeping it that the bag was going to bust. Other than that, I mean, the result is what it is. It's a pretty passable cup of coffee. If I was out in the woods camping, however unlikely that is because I'm not a big fan of camping, and you gave me this cup of coffee as my only cup of coffee of the day in the morning, I think I'd be okay. I wouldn't be upset about that at all. And the third coffee that we have to try today is actually the only true instant coffee out of the 3 that we're testing, and it is the Esteban Zamora Anaerobic from Black and White Roasters. Now, Black and White Roasters is a pretty popular specialty coffee roaster, and so I'm sure that their quality is good. I've tried some of their other stuff, non-instant coffee, and it's been magnificent. So this is the one that I'm most excited to try. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Esteban Zamora Anaerobic from Black and White Roasters, the true instant coffee. So this one's pretty straightforward. We're just gonna tear open the bag here. Alright, we're going to put in our instant coffee there. That smells really good. Wow. Wow. Okay. So I'm genuinely excited about this one. I've let this coffee from Black and White Roasters, this instant coffee, sit for about 5 minutes, and I've been smelling it since I poured it. And I mean, gosh, it smells outstanding. I mean, I cannot believe that this is an instant coffee. I've got the box right here. It is, from what looks like, a little bit more than a light roast, and It's got some, they've got like the slider here, clean to funky, and it's a little bit to the clean side of center on that, with cinnamon sugar, candied orange, and apple cider tasting notes. And I mean, the sweetness, just me sitting here smelling it, is really coming out. Wow. That's amazing. I mean, I can't believe that that is instant coffee. It's full-bodied. It's like the perfect ratio. It's amazing. The tasting notes are spot on. I mean, I taste cinnamon sugar. There's a little bit of caramelization. I taste the citrusy orange there. This is exciting. Like, this is truly exciting that you've got a portable coffee option in an instant form. I mean, it was the simplest of the three to brew. Literally just open the pouch, pour it in, pour water over. No intermediate steps. And then it tastes the best, like by a long shot. I'm gonna go enjoy this coffee now. I don't have really anything else to say. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video, and we'll catch you again soon. Thanks.